Hi everyone, it's Ryan with SacramentoAppraisalBlog.com, and I just put out a market update. But one of the things that I said is that the market is moving fast and we might have new stats very quickly. So I pulled some fresh stats that I want to show you. This is March 18th, it's about 5 p.m. And so let me help kind of explain what's going on with pendings, listings, and cancellations. Okay, and so let's dive in. So here are properties in the Sacramento region that have a hold status. Now, hold basically means that the listing contract it's still valid, but the seller has requested that the marketing be temporarily suspended. Okay, and so it's not removed from the market or canceled or withdrawn, but it's sort of in this place where it's definitely not active. Okay, and so you can see an increase of properties really over the past about 5 days or so when everything started to really come out, sort of our Tom Hanks day when an NBA cancellation day. And so this is something to watch. Now, this is a small sliver of the market when you're considering the number of listings. Like there's just over 20 that have canceled, today so far. All right. Here's current canceled listings in the region. Okay, this is from 2019 onward, and you can kind of see cancellations, how the trend goes. But right now, we're seeing a little bit of a spike in March. Now, what we've had very few cancellations so far this year since the market's been aggressive, and so this is a clear difference, a clear trend that we're seeing where some properties are canceling. Now, it's frightening, I think, to some who especially work in real estate when we start to see issues like this, but we've got to realize that some sellers are simply going to step away from the market. All right, this will not be a market for everyone to stay as an active listing. Some people are going to wait it out and then relist in the future. All right, here's pendings in the region from basically 2019 through now. You can see that pendings have really increased. Here's pendings so far in March compared to March of last year. And so pendings are actually up from where they were, but this graph doesn't include about the last 5 days. And so when I update this graph, it's going to be interesting to see, are we going to see more pendings or less? Are we going to see this trend that's continued? I think a lot of people think maybe less. That would make sense to me, but we'll see what the market says, okay, when more data becomes available. An interesting thing to consider right now is what people are saying online, and you can go and just search Google Trends, and here's, for instance, real estate market search term from 2019 onward. You can see a lot more people are thinking about real estate. Some other things, like for instance, real estate market 2020 search queries are up 1,500%, or real estate market crash 2020 up about 850%, and so on and so on. And so you can go to Google Trends and maybe get some idea before we have stats. What are people thinking about? And sometimes this, if you work in real estate, this might help give you ideas for how to communicate well with clients. Here's an interesting thing put out by Yardi Matrix. Yardi, they have Rent Cafe on their blog. Here's the link where I got this. Excellent source. I get their blog maybe a couple times a month. Here are search terms for apartments near me. And you can see apartments near me where that's gone down in Google Trends, or apartments for rent, okay, and apartments. And so their data shows that tenants have been less prone to look for listings. And that completely makes sense because who would want to move during a pandemic, all right? But this is, again, this is a trend. And you can see in contrast, the search for home disinfection or home office setup, home workout, these are way up. Okay, so just clues in the market. A few closing tips. I would say be patient because we need time. Okay, we're going to need weeks and months to really figure out how the market's going to move. But I just say, like I said last time, realize market conditions can change in an instant. Here's something new. I'd say be careful not to sensationalize data. Okay, it's easy to look at, for instance, the number of listings that are on hold or withdrawns and say the whole market is falling apart. Now, our whole market might really shift in a very big way, but I don't think we want to look at 20 listings or 30 listings, on a daily basis and say the market is changing rapidly. Keep in mind, there's currently still over 2,800 homes on the market in the Sacramento region. So let's make sure that we're looking at the 2,800 as well as the 20 to 30 daily that are maybe being removed from the market for now. All right. I would say choose comps wisely. Remember, comps are historical documents or artifacts. They tell us what the market used to be like. What is currently getting into contract? Give strong weight to the pendings. Look at other listings. Are they moving? Are they not? Are they getting bid up? Are they spending longer on the market? These are questions we have to ask. And so pay attention to what property sold for, but really be in tune with the current market, which is probably best seen in the listings and the pendings. I'd say realize that not all submarkets are the same. We might see different trends in this market depending on the location and the price range. My observation so far, I've talked with a couple agents who had listings in 55 plus communities, is that they didn't have anyone come to their open houses. All right, this was just over this past weekend. Now, other open houses were packed. Okay, but that wasn't the case in the 55 plus market, at least, based on these two experiences. Now, I won't judge the whole entire market like that, but it tells me that a market where there might be a more sensitive demographic or age group might struggle to actually go to open houses or make offers and such. Okay. One thing to watch too is what's happening with open houses and, communities on lockdown. And so this is an issue where we're going to have to see how will the market unfold based on new information. And lastly, I'd just say what I'm going to say in every video, be safe and cultivate peace. Okay. Sometimes data can be alarming, but you know what? Markets are always changing. They don't stay the same. And I just recommend be at peace. Find ways to cultivate peace in your life because you're going to need it and I'm going to need it. My business, I expect, will be much slower over this next month or however long. And I don't want to look to my business and how much I have in my bank account as a means of assigning value to my own life or to thinking that I have worth. And I don't want to miss out on life because I'm worried. Okay, so maybe we all do that. If you have any questions or insight, let me know. Let's keep conversation open. I hope this was helpful. Thanks, guys. Oh, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up.